Hello, man. This is Miguel Manic here. Welcome to my 165th gameplay of the Pokemon trading card game online for the PC. This time I'm gonna feature. I'm not gonna feature a new deck, and play with it. I hope to get one with it. I'm gonna be talking about the rotation that just happened yesterday, which took effect yesterday, September 10th, 2021. So it was from normally team up through a Ball and Sky. Now it's from Sword and Shield from Ball and Sky. So now we lose team up. We lose. So to take out the stat rotation, it's gonna be team up. Team Up, Dylan Pikachu, Unbroken Bonds, Uniform Minds, Hidden Fates, and Cosmic Club. Any promos as well, I think. I forgot what promo number it is. Let me just double check that. 1 second. Yeah, so we lose a lot. I mean, all the tag team cards are gone. We lose some key cards. So I'm gonna go over, for each set, I'm gonna go over which key cards that we lose, and then which key cards are lost, and then we'll just go on through each set that way. So. It's a lot of good cards. I'm gonna be missing some cards, but I'm definitely not gonna be missing cards like August Daryl Palkization Tag Team GX. I'm not going to miss that card at all. But it was I think Bex GX Tag Team GX in the Sun and Moon sets. And even cards let up from the Sword and Shield onwards from letters D and E will be legal. So there's no specific there's like a specific number, but there's no specific number there. So any cards from D and E will be legal. So we're gonna start with Team Up first. Team Up was the first of the feature tag team Pokemon. So we'll do Pokemon first. So we'll do some good cards like this. Absol was good. It's very good. I'm playing the Leafeon VMAX decks from this Summon Sky Slip. This game basic Pokemon 1 tree cost more, so you can hit more with his grass non-attack. Which was 60 damage times the number of grass energy in your active Pokemon's retreat, active Pokemon's retreat cost. Definitely missing that card. I did play Aerodactyl too when it first started as well. It had the Fossil Magnus did 180, which is one shot. I did play it over Malamore. Put it with Golisopod from I think is still legal on the side. I think it was from Rebel Flash. So it did from what EX and GX they had in play, the more damage it did. So that's why. But that's another card I missed. Lost Agator, this one was okay. There was the reprint from the Lost Thunder one from this grass one we gave it with the Dragon type. Tropical Sake, 20 times for each energy, different type of energy this got pile. See what's got. This one Agator is going to expand it, so you have the execute from the black and white sets, which you could propagate, you could bring it back to your hand each turn. See what else we got going on here. This Alolan was good in mill decks and control decks. So you can mill the opponent's items, and then they can limit the resources that way, limit the resources. Articuno was also good in Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. I did see some play to protect them. Because it had the Blizzard availability, because it prevented effects from the supporters attached to bench, so they could play bosses orders on a bench water type Pokemon, so you could protect the Ice Rider attack and hopefully get the Ice Rider VMAX and then start attacking again. So what else we got here? Beedrill was okay, decent too. Destiny Singer. But there's two other Beedrill that's good. This single threat Beedrill was even better because then it had to be that special energy attack so they get before get knocked out. Blastoise is one of my favorite cards as well. It had powerful score ability. You look at top 6, you pick any water energy attacks for any of your Pokemon where you like. And then so what we have also Frostmoth, which is slightly better. It's slightly worse because you have to attach to the bench Pokemon. This one you can attach anywhere, so it's another good card I would miss as well. So we got here, Bronzong was good with the heat proof for fire decks, so it potentially gets fire decks. I did see some play too, in any metal deck. This Bronzong also good with the new Bronzong from, I think it was from Chilling Rain, I'm not sure though. You can play going first, so if you went first, if you get set, normally you will go second. You get turn 1 Bronzong, turn 2 Bronzong, and then start attacking the other way. So Celebi Venusaur was a decent tag team very early on, because you can play it with, the Shaman, which dealt 20 damage from the bench to the grass Pokemon, and then you can tank hits. And Palace was good, and then also Evergreen Decks if you wanted to deck out. If you were close to deck out, you have to discard bottom of the deck. Formal grass energy normally. Also, this Charizard was really good too, but Leon's Charizard was slightly better, but this one was pretty good too because you can attack to that energy card from it. From it by putting 2 damage counters, and then you can play like Welder, put more energy on top of the board. They hit big numbers with his blade balls 30 plus 50. So what we got here? Dragonite was fast card. Did see some play with the other Dragonite in the Psyduck Slowpoke decks. Good for a supporter card, put it in your hand. And Psyduck did more damage for each supporter in your discard pile. Actually, from your hand, you discard it away. Even Snorlax this season played very early on too. I did play with some evolution decks as well, like Pikachu, Zekrom, and stuff like that. Nuzzle, good time. This is what Nuzzle, the whole Nuzzle deck was rotated since Lost Thunder, so not the best there. Let's see what's going on there. Gengar Miracle, one of the best tag team jacks. That's one of my other favorite tag team jacks. It's the Poltergeist. What you do is you can, like, let's say your opponent started and they're only active on the bench. Active, you can go like first turn Horror House, lock them. They couldn't play any cards from their hand, and then you can go Poltergeist, and then take a knockout, take a one turn knockout, one turn knockout, and they're winning again that way fast. Gyarados is also this season play as well, but still blast. 30 times the numbers, 30 plus each energy you found in the score pot and shuffle the energy back. This season play as well. Let's see what else we got. The Hitmons were good too, because they had their own decks. So the Hitmonchan had to runs you can switch. Hitmonlee has special combos, so if you Hitmonchan attack, you can do 9 damage on the bench. And then Hitmontop also had the same attack. This is to everybody on your board if Hitmonlee attacked last turn. This whole GX was good in Dark Box too, because it had the roll ring, so you can search for any 2 cards, put attention to, like for Red Candy, Hydreigon. Incineroar GX very good in the Mewtwo decks. You can copy it with its Mewtwo, Perfection ability from Mewtwo GX. And you can copy like Darkness Tornado or Crossing Punch, just got special energy, or Darkness Tornado if they hit it not hard enough, and then you can just take one big knockout on anything on the board with that. This Jirachi was very much a staple in most of the decks. Stellar Wish, look at the top 5 cards, put it to your hand. 5 cards, pick one of the trainer cards, put it to your hand. Very good with Scoop Up Net and Switch, because you can just search them up together. So what's got going on here? Latios was also good in Shadow Rider, I believe, because you can go Arrow or UGX. You can get back the energy you lost by attacking 5 basic energies, and if it had one more extra energy, it couldn't be touched next turn. So, good acceleration Magikarp for Shadow Rider Calyrex. Lycanroc was okay. Magikarp Willow was also good with the Tower Splash GX. If it had 8 energy, they did 100 damage to everybody on the bench Pokemon on the board, so you can set up knockouts that way. See what's going on here. Mimikyu, one of my favorite cards. This was a brief from the Forbidden Light. This is the fairy version. You could copy like Zacian's Brave Blade if they use the last turn, so you can knock out from another station on the bench, on the active. Mr. Man GX. This Mr. Man was good too for Scoop Up. Like, I did play in my Orbeetle VMAX deck because they couldn't play Scoop Up Net or any cards that have like an Acerola or like even any cards that could bring them. If they had damage counters, they couldn't bring them back up to their hands. So everything was trapped. But let's see. Nidoqueen was one of the favorite cards with the Queen's Call. You search for Pokemon EX or GX, and then file letter 10 plus 50 for each evolution, up to 260 of the 4-ball bench. Very well the Swampert and the Inteleon too as well. This Ninetales was good in some Victini decks, some Fire decks played as well. You can just go 2 fire, just it was like boss's orders. Guzma, you can switch it onto the active to bench. You can take the last knockout you need or to stall. Almost always also good with the Gengar Mimikyu GX. So yeah, you only play those 2 Pokemon in your deck, and then Fossil Bind says if you have fewer play the opponent, item lock the opponent, so they couldn't play any items and stuff, like switches and stuff like that. Persia was also good in control. It had to make them pay, so if they had a big hand size, you can just go card cards. They have 4 cards in the hand. That's like it wasn't good to play in control decks. Same with Pidgeotto too. With the air money, you look at the top 2, pick one, put the other one in the bottom. Very good card right there. Pidgeotto did see some play too with the Spin Storm. You put actives to the hand. This is some play. Not a lot of those, but Pidgeotto definitely sees play. One of the best tag teams, I think, Pikachu Zekrom TX with the full blitz. It had his own deck. Mewtwo Lightning was also his own deck. You can attach 3 energies to the like a bench, or you can power itself up and then tag bolt next turn, take a couple big knockouts there. Very powerful card. Psyduck was also good in the hand control decks with the Salazzle. The headache, so they couldn't play any trainer cards, so they couldn't limit your hand with money or reset stamp. So, and then the more cards in your hand, the more damage it did. Sharon Prism Star is actually one of my favorite Prism Stars. It had Flower Storm. It was good with the Rowlet, Lois, Negator, Rillaboom decks because it did 30 damage for each base energy attached to all your Pokemon. So Rillaboom had the Volta Beat, so you can attach 2 grass energy to one of your Pokemon. They could hit big numbers with same and take big knockouts that way. Let's see. Starmie was also decent. Tapu Koko Prism Star, one of the best. I think the best Prism Star in the whole Sun and Moon era. Would team up to a Roman Sky set. So you get that's the answers. You can put 2 Pokemon Lightning Energy 2 with a bench Pokemon in play from the Scott Power, so you can accelerate energy that way for like Bolton or even Pikachu type bomb as well. Definitely see this is playing all Lightning decks for sure. See what else got here. Taurus is going to expand it with the Taurus GX Saturn Punishment. That's it for the trainer. This Yveltal was good in Eternus too, because it had free retreat and also had the rail. So you can discard special energies and had close to your current opponent retreat. So that's it for pretty much for the this Zapdos. This Zapdos was good when before the other sets like Zapdos had the with Zapdos like they play Zapdos with like baby Pokemon, so you could do 10 plus 70, does 80 damage. You could take out knock out on a basic turn 1 and then hopefully knock them that way. Definitely this season play well. Let's go to the trainers now for team up. There's all the Pokemon. Let me go to search for trainers for team up. Let me go there for a second. Let me see if there are good team trainers here. There was probably some good trainers for sure. Let's go to team up. Alright, so yeah, Bill's analysis is good in some control decks. Or you could pick 2752 trainer cards at the end. Also, Bosker is good to get back Pokemon and Energy both in the same time. But we have Ordinary One, also Clara from the Chilling Rain set too. It gets two of each Pokemon basic or do both as well. Also have Energy Recycle as well. But Patsy did seem good in Snorlax VMAX, also Colossal VMAX. It gave them 380 HP, so it was very hard to knock out. Also, the ladies were good, like Dana, Evelyn, Morgan, and Evelyn. I think the other one was Nita, and the other one was Morgan. They play some energy spread up deck, so you can get more energy on the board, more damage you did. Look what was. There's what this season playing in Eternus, you discard Dark Pokemon, you discard 2 a special energy card. Eric's got Hospitality, that's one of my favorite supporters. You discard a card, for a few cards, you draw a card for each opponent play. But we have Xenia's Resolve, but we have to discard 2 cards all the place instead of just having 4 altogether. Good card right there for sure. Definitely gonna miss that supporter. Fairy Charms, Decent, Grass, Emmett, Jasmine. Judge Whistle was good too, a staple card. Winter Glass is definitely good to look for Mineralization decks. It gave you 230 less damage for your opponent's attacks, and you could have spread like with Dragon Ball feedback, so we have an Orbeetle. So you could have spread and do more damage that way. Pokemon Communication, I think is one of my favorite training cards. You can search for a Pokemon you didn't need to get one we do need. To search for Evolution Pokemon. Now we have Evolution Instant, so you can search for Evolution Pokemon that way. But I'll definitely miss the scores. You can conserve your Pokemon as well, like you did the one on the card. See anything else here? Under also good for Aerodactyl as well. Almost Star. Viridian 4 is good to get. It was good to get its energy out as well. Like, very good in Dark Box, which did play this card. So it got energy. Dark. You put like use Glaring Motion's ability to with Dialflame Wings to charge up with Dark Energy. Then and you also had to get back with Dark Box to get energy back as well with that. And then Water Spell was good in the Fairy decks. It gave you Fairies Pokemon more tree, but Fairy Pokemon out of the format now, so it doesn't matter anymore. Let me see, were there any special energy in Team Up? I don't think there were, but I'm just going to double check just to make sure. Now we're going to move on to the next set, which is going to be the Pikachu, which I'm going to go quickly over. Wasn't that many too many Lego cards but from that set, but it is what it is. Let me go do that Pikachu real quick. The only good one was the Mr. Mime and the Jirachi. The Mr. Mime was the only good one here. I was not even here on the list. Mr. Mime also had the bicycle. It was good when you play Jirachi Prism Star, because you can shuffle it with your deck, prize cards, and then when you drew out your prize card, you can put it to match, take another prize. Let me just check real quick, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Other than when the trainers in Pikachu too. I think it was just only mainly Pokemon. Yeah. Let me just check energy again. It was a very small. It was only an 18 card set, so it only had all Pokemon. It was from the movie that came out last year, or probably the year before that. We'll just skip that set. Now we're gonna move on to the next set, which was Broken Bonds, which had the Charizard Rescue Jack Team GX. They have Bucephalon, which my brother's definitely gonna mix. That was just one of his favorite decks of all time. That was right there. That's the Bucephalon with the Fireball Circus. You played with Jirachi, you played with the Overcoil, Cramorant. So you did you could search out with Giant Heart, Fire Crystal back, the energy discarded. Different double damage for each energy you discarded, and then you take big knockouts. Definitely, my brother's gonna definitely miss that card for sure. Then that's what was also good too with the Salasha. They play something like in the water Mewtwo decks. So you can go 60 plus each. They see comment with the Blastoise from the Team Up as well. So you can do Blastoise had the powerful squad ability, so you can do the top 6 fire energies attach. And also Solid Shell did 30 last, and then Rocket Splash does 60 for each energy put back to your deck. So you can just keep looping Blastoise VMAX all over again. There we go. So okay, that's it right there. So Steel was okay. Charger Ball was good with Big Balls. It had the battery, so you could counter. It counters 2 lightning attached to a Big Ball, very Big Ball, with a powerful storm. Let's see anything else here. The Den GX staple in almost every single deck. You can discard your hand, draw 6 cards. You can keep digging through your type of cards that you did need. And then also, we have Crobat now, but Crobat is slightly worse because you have to draw cards so you have 6 in your hand, so you can draw to like between 1 and 6 cards. But then you could just discard hand, draw 6 if you get anything you were looking for. So yeah, Dugong was also good in Mad Party. You can do 60 for 62 Pokemon on the bench. This is some play as well. Diglett was seen play in the mill decks. Esper, the whole candidate action was gone. Also, Persian from on this side as well had the Gathering Cats ability, which gave you can roll energy cost from a Pokemon with a candidate attack. So you can let's say you do it with Teleon or from this Chilling Rain. Also from like if you had Dragapult did play it as well, so you can Dragapult max Phantom the bench 5 damage counters, and then Esper can just finish it off with the candidate. The Kinesis attack. Gardevoir was another good tag team GX. This is very early play on step when Zacian came into the format, so the Shield face that. Did 150. You move any energies around, and then Magical Miracle did 200 damage, and then you can if they have 6 energy, you can give your opponent a blank hand, shuffle the hand to the deck. See what else we got here. Anything else? Yeah, Glammy House has Candidate. Gloom was pretty decent with Wild Plume. Greninja Zord was really good. It did seem some play in Dark Box for sure. And I did play this deck a lot with Hydreigon, so did 30 more damage for each Dark Energy attached to all over Pokemon. You see it with Darkrai Prism Star. You see it with also there's this in this version before it got rotated out with Moltres V as well from Chilling Rain. See what's got. Honchkrow is still going to expand. That's the Hitmonchan I was talking about with the Hitmonlee Hitmonchan decks as well. Cyril did see play with the Chandelure from I think it was from a previous set too, which you did 40 damage for each fire energy Pokemon you discarded. And you can put them to your bench too. Cortana also did see play with the big cost. So you put them down the 4 price, did 130 damage for 1 energy, which is pretty awesome. So what else we got here? Kieran did see some play with the Hell Prison, the paralysis for 110. There's literally with the candidate too was fire weakness too. They had candidate and then 120. If you get 120 against Glasgow. Lukoma Metal was one of the best tag team GX. Had the full metal wall GX attack. You can you take your opponent metal, take 230 less damage, and then if you had 2 energy, you can discard all energy from your opponent's active. So it made the metal Pokemon beefing with the metal goggles, also with Cape for toughness, always even also with metal goggles as well, metal flying pan as well. That was a pretty good. Moss Shadow had to be Sonic Hall ability. You can discard a stadium if you drop it when it was in play in general. You can discard a stadium. But now we have Pumpkaboo, which is slightly worse because you play from your bench ability, then you have to activate the ability to discard a stadium. This one you could just do it at any time, wherever the stadium was in play. Marshall Meowth did see some play too with the Garchomp Giratina GX as well. There's Meow with the cat today right there. Branch Battle really one of the best cards to let go of this set. It protected G-Max Rabbit from Rabbit Strike and Shoot Through. Also, Ekinesis also protected G-Max Rapid Flow, Tag Ball, Venom Shot. That's why Rabbit Strike and Shoot Through is one of the best decks because they don't have anyways to protect the bench with Mew now. So Mew's gone, so now the bench is wide open now pretty much. That's why it's Mewtwo was also did play some play with the Mind Report. You can put a supporter card on top. This is some Bucefla and this CC play. I think Dragon Ball did play as well. So it's a pretty good card there. Monkey Lotepod was also good in Mewtwo with a nasty good G-Max attacks. So if you have 4 extra energies, you can put 15 damage instead of 1 point so they're never poisoned. That's the person with the Galleon Cat's ability, so energy of Cat a day. So Cat can attack 3. Ekinesis and Book Bite, so on and so forth. This push also is to play early on as well with the Catwalk. So before if you get knocked out, you can search for 2 cards and put it in hand. But also for most of this season, I'm playing the Rallador with Legator Rillaboom decks. I had the Beast Game GX, so they 50 damage. If you got knocked out, you take 2 more prize, so you take 3 prize up to 3 prize, or 4 to take that last knockout. Also, Elegant Soul was good today, 190, and you could use it again, but then we could just switch out of it. Worst case scenario. So what else we got? Porygon Z, one of my favorite cards in the Whimsicott card deck. GX Porygon Z deck. Also, Kremlin VMAX did play with the Porygon Z. Catches many special energies from your hand to one of your Pokemon in play. So you keep using Recycle Energy. It gets put back to your hand, reattach it over and over again. So that's another good one right there. See, Rest of Charizard, another one of the best tag teams. It has his own version with Green's Exploration. Did 230 for 4 energy, Flare Strike. Also double base, the kid taking a 1 turn knockout does 200. But if you had 6 energy, 5 energies, you could do 300 with just 1 shot, mostly anything. Before V and VMAX came into the format, so it was a very powerful card. right now also had the Dirty Wig. If you play Giovanni's XL, you can mill the top 5 cards instead of playing mill 1. This is something in the middle decks. So last on the Rose Reveal, draw 3 cards. Very good with the side up as well. Seeking, oh no, not the Seeking, this is a different Seeking. Sharpedo was just simply in some dark box. You could attach up this. It was similar to Blastoise from Team Up. You could attach up to 6 dark energies you found in the discard pile through the deck, as many energies in the discard them. Spiritomon has very own deck, it's one of the best decks as well. Had the building spice, so you played it, it did more damage for each damage it handle itself. You could pair it with Cable Television, so it did up to 310 damage for 1 energy. You could play it with Spike Move, also with, Spike Move, many switching cards whatsoever. One of my favorite cards to the deck, and the deck was pretty good too. It did really well for the most part. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, anything more important here? Nothing really. Tiger will also be some play in Sableye. You put 3 damage counters. When I first started playing Venomoth GX, is one of my favorite GXs. It had the Seminole Mastery. You play Janine, rental damage. You play Corey, the 200, and then poison it. So the 210. Volcanion, very best in every single fire deck. You play in Center Scorch. Also, Victini this season play with the Western Charizard. If you want second, you stack up to 3 fire energy instead of attaching 1. So you could get Restaurant tag in turn 2, also even Victini, or even also Torkoal, or even Charizard Restaurant, everything I can turn 1. And then Charizard breaks it as well. Okay, and then anything else. Weezing, very good spread deck. The 10 of gas, so you put the 1 damage counters for basics, and then 40 with Spanish, so there's 40, 20 damage for each support that mentioned damage counter. This is a very play with that spread decks. Then this Whimsicott, my favorite. Actually, it's been my favorite. This card made it my favorite Pokemon. One of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon with the fluffy card. If you fall to the heads, they couldn't touch it all. So it's like it could be like a permanent war, but you just have to get lucky. And the Energy Ball is 10 plus 30 for each energy attached to it itself with the Barrier Porygon Z. And talk about search for 5 cards per turn, so you can sell for a Porygon Z next turn. That's all the Pokemon. Let's go to the trainers for our Pokemons. The most popular one is going to be Welder because it makes all fire decks. It makes all fire decks really good. So let's go to a quick one. Beast Springer did see some play with the Bucephalon. So we took an extra price card. We got knocked out by GX or EX. Ice Type was good in control. Dusto's good to spend it with Hunch Crow. Electromagnetic Radar got you Pikachu or Zekrom. But Alolan Raichu as well. And then Dene. So you can even very stable in Pikachu Zekrom. Energy Spinner was very much a stable and Bucephalon. Obviously, organization. You got 3 energies out of 1 in 1 second. There's all the Fairy Charms. Fire Crystal, another good in the Bucephalon deck. You got 3 fire, just put it back to your hand. This is playing in mostly all fire decks. Blue Exploration was good. They had all their own decks. They had Green Dragon Ball, Green Pikachu, Zekrom, Green Charizard Reshiram, so you can search for any 2 cards per your hand. And then you can search like Welder, and then search for another. You can search for Green itself, and then play it again next turn. Janine also did play Janine with Cova's Trap for the Venomoth GX. Lieutenant so strategy, good in control, so if you were losing, which you were most likely were, you can play up to 2 supporters. So you can cheat the game a little bit by playing an extra support. Normally you're going to play 1 support per turn, but you can play 2 instead of 1 normal with that card. Marshall's Dodgers, you can play in the Rapid Strike with any fighting deck. It did 190 with Gyarados if you were losing, or even 160 to the active with G-Max Rapid Flow. So very good. One of my favorite stadiums actually. I did play it when I played Rapid Strike myself, so one of my favorite stadiums actually all the time. Metal Combat didn't see much play because there was only 1. You had to score the turn after. It was only good for 1 turn. You did something less. I think Pokegear still legal. Pokegear still legal was putting it in short and shield base. That's what I have to worry about that. Power Plant, very good stadium. It put a GX ability, no abilities. But we have Patrick Peak now, which is just pretty much the same thing. It's only one of a V or a rule box, so stop speeds as well, being V maxes. So we still have Power Plant, so it's a better Power Plant, I would say, for sure. Red Shadow did see some play too. Discard 2 cards from final card put it in. Stealthy Hood did see some play in the Mewtwo Mew, so they couldn't use let's say if they hit a damage counter, they could have because they had Mimikyu from I think it was from Cosmic Eclipse with the I forget his ability, but it couldn't if it had a damage counter, GX and EX could not attack with that if it had ability. So Mewtwo Mew couldn't copy attacks with the perfection ability. It had no abilities whatsoever. And the Survivor's Box is going to get on Mimikyu, so you can bring back trainer cards and do more damage for Poltergeist, sorry. Although it's good for this season to play with the Bucephalon decks. Any Ultra Beast, so it got through like Simon's Answer, also the Decidueye as well. And then while they're one of the best I think supported to come out of the set for fire decks, you try to 2 fire energies, draw 3 cards. Now we have Melody, which is slightly worse because you only can attach one metal. And I had them just go from the scope. One water, it has to be from the scope by draw, but still pretty good though. So that was the best support in that set, in my opinion. Now I'm gonna move on to the. Let me see if there are any special energy cards. There were the Triple Colors Energy, good at Mad Party, good at Whimsicott, good at any energy attacks that require 3 energy to attack. So there you go. It was all good for Revolution, so it makes Mad Party slightly. It hurt my party a lot, pretty much, because they only have 20 energy now to attack. Alright, so let's go to the moveset. We're going to move on that to the next set. We're going to move on to. I think the next one is going to be Hidden Fates, I think? No, Unified Minds. This is the one with Mewtwo and Mew tag team GX. We're one of the best tag teams in this set. The best tag team in this set, for sure. So we have Aerodactyl GX. This is some play as well with Aerodactyl as well. The GX attack, they 50 damage for each energy. Energy attached to your opponent's active, so you can take 1 knockout as well. Low memory, this is some play with the Spirit Smash. You can research the top card. The higher the HP, the more equal to damage to the HP of the last one discarded. Moves this play with the Breloom. I think the Breloom was also on the set as well. Yeah, it's right there actually. With these Bursting Spores. So if you had to play with the Spore attack, you could confuse Poison and. It was Poison and Burn if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Sleep and Poison. So you play that with the Breloom. We played with the Slumbering Stadium too, so they couldn't. They had to put 2 coins instead of 1 to wake up. So that one of them was Tails, they still were asleep. Let's see what else we got. This Axel was also a deck too on nerves, so they could play the supporters against. Deal was like the Jirachi substitute. You could draw a card once per turn. It was the actors. But him this year some play in the item lock decks. In this year we played with Pidgeotto from the previous set, which was also Team Up, I believe. Yeah. So you couldn't play any items in 90, you shuffle it back into the second and such out something else. So that's like ability to prevent. There's the Balloon with the Spore. Depending on that, so if it was a sleep, it did 90 more damage. I did play that with my with the Moonless for sure. Card cards of this is some play as well with the Aqua Impact. 2 cards I know effect. Paragon was good, and also unless it's another control deck, they have Frozen Luck, they can play the ice, they can play switches or anything like that. Also Red Candies as well. Let's see what else we got here. Dragonite has the Hurricane Charge. This is some play. You attach your water and lightning to one of your Pokemon in play. Or you can do even both. This is some play with a side of Slowpoke. This is some play. Also, this Dragonite GX, this is play with the Mewtwo Mew. Also, with Mewtwo Grass Mewtwo with Rillaboom, and also play something and Welder Mewtwo as well. Any Mewtwo they play this card did 270 for Scout for fire energy, but it got 3 energy, but it did one shot almost everything. Every tag team in the forest that August Day on organization. So what else we got going on here? Let's see. Electro did play this with to counter Decision Y. You do 130, if you have 4 lightning energy, you can attach all lightning energy to itself, and then 130 you can retreat. SP on the axis, this is play a Mewtwo as well, with the cross division, so you can you put the damage count, we had an extra energy, you did 20 instead. So you take multiple knockouts on baby Pokemon, like single Pokemon. Add that 6 energy, so you could take knockouts on basic Pokemon, like Salvos, anything like that whatsoever. Let's see what else we got here. Fungus also has 4. This fast is also pretty good with counter fire, because you put 7 damage counters and just 280 for weakness, so you do one shot almost any fire Pokemon. Okay, also this Gotham Grid also had his own deck as well. Had the linear attack to 40, and then Clement Slash for fighting second cause the 240 here, point on the damage counters on the active. And then GD and stuff for one of the Pokemon's deck, we have extra energy to shuffle 2 instead. So it limits your resource that way. Guarantee this is going to also see some play in Dragapult, I believe. With Dimension Reach, also with Center Scorch VMAX. You just got any special energy attached to one of your opponent's active. Proposed active in play if you put it out to your bench. Heat Trap was another staple fighter with a high Hopper GX attack. They 50 times the number of fire energy attached to itself, so you can if you have a lot of fire energy on play, you can switch it to Heat Trap, use the ability, and then knock out pretty much anything, any tag team, anything in the format. Pretty much would be Hopper. Have a cross to play with the Turnitin was in August to counter August the organization. So if you use the GX attack, you could just shuffle the August the Pocket and energies back, so they could recharge it. It would be longer to attach to energy. You could use Ultimate Ray next turn. Hoopa, good in the turn, is good in any dark deck. It was a good staple card too. If you play more abilities, the more damage it was. Admiral Edition ability did up to 130 damage. If you, all your 6 other opponents, Pokemon had ability, so it was a good counter as well for some decks. Jirachi GX. Good in Mewtwo Mew, good in any deck that was weak to Psychic, like Single Strike or Rapid Strike. So now Psychic decks, it took them longer to knock out weak, because they were weak to Psychic, so it took them harder to knock out. And also, it gave them no weakness, so it made them more viable, but it's still viable now. We have Dragon. The only second they're really good is Dragapult, also Malamar, but it's still pretty good. Jinx also with the Ominous Posture was good at Spiritomb, so you can move damage from one Spiritomb to another. Move more damage on Spiritomb to do more damage attack. Keldeo GX was good too. This seems like a water deck. It was good for the rest of the blade if you play against Turnus. If they fill up the bench, so they're up to 400 damage. They have the damage, which one shot at the Turnus VMAX. Also, the Sonic so got to like the Sigil Rivals Amazenta. They won 10 damage, and you could just two-shot them as well. And they could have touched you back with the DX and GXs. Lab was good to set up Sulfur, got supported back. You got Misty's Favorites put it back to your hand. Latios GX was good in. We good to see some play with it. I did play my Whimsicott, Baby Whimsicott deck in River Voltage. Because they get it was good against to counter August Zero Palpianization. Because they could just take 3 knockouts, they're taking 6, and just winning the game that way. Attack was also good with credits from tag teams as well. And Clear Vision, they couldn't use the GX attack, so we got that to turn 1, and we have to have at least 5 Pokemon in play to do so. Let's see what else. Leavan good on well, Zagator gave him 40 less damage to take. Licky was good too, it had some play. It did 90 damage, you discard entry from the active, discard a card from the hand, and discard a top card from the deck, so it was a good control-based deck. See what else we got here. Mawile was good in August Zero Palkinization because it had the captain winning a week, so you can drop that like. Let's say that the Deno or Crobat B, the DX or Crobat B in the deck, you could just drop it down with Mawile. So they couldn't get their effect, and now you could take knockouts easier with the August Zero Palkinization after your Alter Creation, also with Immunization as well. So you take good key knockouts with that. Mega Sableye was good in Dark Box with the Greedy Crush, the 210. If there was a GX, the EX, it took another extra prize card. So it took an extra prize card to finish the game off that way. The best tag team, Mewtwo and Mew. Copy any GX EX in play. It was it had its own archetypes. It had Psychic Mewtwo, Welder Mewtwo, Grass Mewtwo, Lightning Mewtwo, Dark Mewtwo. It did say play in almost any box deck. It was very good. And Mine was also good, so let's say we got hit hard. You healed yourself automatically, 200 damage, and you healed, so. Best tag team in the set. I think it's the best tag team. Well, second best tag team. First one was gonna be August Tiger Palkinization, but this one was the second best tag team. It was very versatile for sure. Much like was also good control with the snack search. You can find an item, put the card to your deck on top of the deck. Then I got GX was good in Mewtwo because you can do that Venom shot, snipe like the Dana GX or Crobat to win the game with his Dragon Ping. There's no cross decision play with Malamar, Special Laser, they're 160. See what else? This boy poor no, not one. There's another good tag team, GX, Raichu, Lona Raichu, time the shot was really good. 160 if you switched it. Became active in the paralyzed. Also Lightning Mile was good at 250 and you can just switch it back. So if Brandon's knocked out, you can trap your opponents that way if they play their switches or even if they play all the Bird Keepers. So very popular tag team GX in there for sure. And as my favorite one out of all of them is Valenzola Exeggutor with a super growth, so you can get rid of the boom out turn 1 and then start attacking with Calm Hurricane. And Tropical Hour was very good. You had 6 energy, you can shuffle back all the energies. Good August deck of Palkia, good in Turnus. Good decks that have a lot of energy. They need a lot of energy to play in order to stabilize the game board state. See what else we got here. Sonic Slowpoke again, there we go with the Ditch Splash, 40 for each energy support discarded. Let's see, anything else here? I don't see anything here. Okay, here's Umbreon Darkrai GX. With the this was very popular in Dark Box. Had the Black Lines, also the Dark Moon. So we got 6 energy to play. You take a knockout and you can play the trainer, so you can take a free knockout, take a fast a free turn, and they could respond back and get the last key knockout. This Victini was good too as well with the Victory Sign. This is playing with the August Deck of Palkinization by itself with greens. Also with the Color Moltres Zapdos from Hidden Fates tag team. So you can switch a 2 base energy attack and you go for Trini Burn, the 210. The Weavile GX very stable in Dark Box. It moves your energy well, so you can go like Cheryl. In the Turnus, you can go Cheryl. The couldn't one shot was 340 HP, so you go Cheryl and then attack again, heal all damage. Move the energy from Weavile to like a basic Pokemon, and then heal the damage over, and then reattach with Weavile and then attack again. Also, they place a very key opponent in Dark Box as well. So move the energy. Whimsicott, this baby Whimsicott was good too with Prowl. I did play in my Whimsicott GX. You can just for any card put it to your head when you evolved it. Get that red candy, get that recent support that I needed if I was dead drawing. And that was pretty much it for the Pokemon. The Zygarde too with the Zygarde GX. But Zygarde was long ago rotated. Now let's do the trainers for Unified. Then we have some good trainers. So I think we have Giant Horde, and Giant was a good stadium. So So we got going on here. Let's see. But this time we'll see some play. 40 less. If you have 40 less, Chandler was good to prevent abilities. Cherish Ball, very key supporting August Palkia. Or even Mewtwo, search for any GX Pokemon, put it to your hand. Search August Palkia, Dedenne, Mewtwo, any GX in the deck, and put it to your hand. Coach Trainer good at going Mewtwo. Draw 4 cards if you had it active. Darkseid was good, basically in turn this. This is the only best stadium cards. They gave him free retreat if they were basic. So very free retreat. They have the hiding dog energies. They'll give them free retreat no matter what. But this is the only best stadium they can play right now at the moment. Giant Bomb was also good. DC's on play. It gives if they hit the ball 100 more damage, it took 180 more. It gave them 10 damage count. So because almost basically all decks hit hard now. So you had to they have to take more. You could just weaken them faster that way. Giant Heart, best draw support, best stadium for any fire deck. Get those 2 fire energies. Go about stuff like so you can welder, attach them to the active, and then attack all over again. Attack again, and it was best fire stadium card overall, I would say. Great portion this season playing the Charizard record, give 50 damage. Group this season play Spiritomb, you move 2 damage counters from one Pokemon to another. Karate Bell is good with Rapid Strike. Shoot for giving 1 less to use fire energy if they were down on prizes. So you can go G-Max level with 2 energy and then just take big knockouts that way. But then I have Telescope Cell, which gives them 30 more damage for GX and V's and GXs. V's, but it was only V's now, so they can do 150. And now you have Passimian from the tattoo with Dawn Cody to 180, so you can watch out for bats now. Missy's Favor, good setups up against Search supporters. Pokemon can this play on the Licky Licky. Get opponent levels before retreat. Post research I got you done for Fossils for Aerodactyl and Omastar. Research Stamp. Very, I think one of the best item cards from the Sun and Moon era, I would say. Reset your hand. Let's say your opponent was down in prizes. You can reset the hand, hoping they break for the rest of the game, and draw out of it. Very good way to finish off games. Common with Pat to the peak, so they could play any builds, and they had a low hand size. Slurry was good at Spore. That's what I was talking about for sleep. Stadium now got your stadiums out. That was a good way to get stadiums. Tag switch. This is a play to speak of just attack ground, maybe Mewtwo, so you can move from 2 energy from one attack to another. You got your Fossils out, and then YouTuber was going Whimsicott because Whimsicott has the Flying Fury attack from the Voltage. You did 10 plus 40 each fire until you discard it, but you could, if you discard YouTuber, you can bring back to your hand and reattach it. You can just keep hitting big numbers with Whimsicott GX. That's why I'm not playing the deck anymore. It was my favorite one prize deck for sure. Let me see if there's any special energies in Unified. That was it for so Recycle Energy. One of the best, I think one of the best special energy cards. If you got discarded, you go back to your hand instead. So you can keep attacking a Porygon Z and Whimsicott. And keep attaching again. Weakness Guard Energy, another good energy card for the fire decks. For grass decks, so they were weak to fire. You got the Weakness Guard Energy. Also, you had Shadow Mine Skyward, they played safe because Dark was big. Because of turn this as well. Also, yeah. That was a key knockout energy there. So but now let's move on to the next set, which I think is Hidden Fates. It was just a reprint set. It was just a bunch of shiny reprints pretty much from like older sets. I'm just gonna not shiny, we're gonna move to Hidden Fates. I'm gonna go make sure we didn't miss anything important. Yeah, Charizard GX was definitely played in Mewtwo. So it did one shot. It did 300 damage for a GX attack for 300. Which one shot every single tag team. Before V's and V-Masters came into the format. So you did play a Mewtwo, Welder, put 4 energy detach it. Go for a bluff and take that key one out to knockout. Let's see anything else really. There's the birds I was talking about doing with the Article Mojo Zapdos. You played with the Victini, which I saw earlier. With the Victory Stein, touch 2 energies, 20 for 210. Oh, Skylander was really good, so we did 4 energy, did 110 to 3 opponents' Pokemon in play. Knock out some baby attackers, and then finish the game off that way. That's a really freaking Hidden Fates. Nothing else was good besides the Wizard was good with Jesse James and the Coffin. Wizard was good with Jesse James, so you can discard a couple more cards from the hand and give them no hand. Let me see any trainer cards from Hidden Fates. Decent. Let me just take a quick look over here. Boss good again. We talked about Erica Spots, but we talked again. Jesse James, good support and control. Discard 2 cards. They had 2 cards. They discarded the cards, and then they had no hand. Color's Trail was good. Those Dinosaur Strategy was good, and that was pretty much it. There's no special energy cards in the set either. So we're gonna move to the final set though, which is the Cosmic Eclipse set, which was the birth of the best set, the best GX card, I think, Tag Team GX in the Tag Team GX era, which was Arcus Deck Organization. Which And Alter Creation GX, so you can for metal and water. Metal did 30 more damage. Your Pokemon did 30 more damage to your opponent's active. Also, it had a water energy attached to it extra. You do take one more prize card for each Pokemon you knocked out. So you take 3 prizes if you knocked out a GX or V, 4 prizes if you knocked out a VMAX or Tag Team, or 2 prizes if you knocked out a even basic Pokemon. So let's go over that real quick. And probably this season play too. Oh, not really actually, not that much. This is one that was decent too with the Rubber Explosion. They played with the bunch of tools. The 10 plus 10 for each tool in the Squad Power. Lola Push was also good with the ability. Some phrases depending on all damage from tag teams, and one with special energy and Ultra Beast. They did 120. Also Scalding Claws, they did 120 to one opponent's bench. This is see some playing Dark Box, and the Dark Deck was pretty good to prevent that. Let's see what else we got here. There's the Bax tag team right there, August there on Pekins Nation. Like I said before, I had the Alter Creation. For metal, it did 30 more damage to the active. And if you had a water energy attached to it, it took more prize cards, so you took 2 prizes. If you knocked out a basic, 3 prizes if you knocked out a V or a GX, or 4 prizes if you knocked out a tag team or a VMAX. But that deck was the best deck in the format, I must say. I couldn't say much better than myself. I'm definitely not gonna miss this card, but it was very powerful. So that's why definitely not gonna miss it for sure. But I got to see it go, but it was very powerful. It had its run. But something was good. And also, I did play a Shadow Rider. If you put 4 damage counts, but if your opponent had 3, you put 12. So you can spread and put damage on baby Pokemon and take down the key knockouts that way. So I played about to see some player in the Water Mewtwo did 150, and then you can attach 3 and 1 energy from your hand to 1 Heal 50 damage from it. To that point when you attach to, so you can take Accelerate Water Energy, also heal. Charizard Bracing, this is some play in the Charizard Retrum decks, the Greens decks, the Brilliant Feather for 180. Search for the 3 cards, put it to your hand. Also, I did see some play in the Mewtwo Mew for the same reason. Search for the 3 cards, put it to your hand. Very good card right there. Lost March was good, but Lost March was a bit more sense this month, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Dusknoir was decent. Dusknoir was see some play too, decent. These got 2 cards. You search for a Pokemon that evolved from it, put it to evolve immediately. I'd say it was good rally back. This Executor was good, it had its own deck, Executor Control. I love that attack, it did 30 damage. Dribblezoo did 120. And then if you have 4 more cards, it did 180, which was good against the targets, it did 1 shot. It also, any lightning deck Pikachu second does 1 shot with. I love Dribblezoo. This is its own deck one. It had its own deck. Flygon GX, this season played 2. The 240 had a discarded stadium. Galarian was pretty good too, double typing. Gets aside the psychic fighting decks. Guzzlord, very popular in Dark Box, did 120. If you took 10 I'll take one prize card, so it knocks out basic. If it knocks out basic, basic Pokemon took 2 prizes instead of 1. It was a good, very good 1 prize attacker in Dark Box, or any Dark deck whatsoever for sure. Let's see. Coughing, good with the Roxy, the Roxy was rotated, Coughing and Wheezing. Had the blow every one. You just got, if you just got with Roxy, you put 1 damage count. It was good in Orbeetle. It was good in Cataday. It was good in pretty much any deck that started cards. Take put damage on the board and then draw as many cards as possible. Magneton was good in some green decks with the call Signal. You search for 3 supporter cards. You search for the strategy, knock it out. Then you can put that Surgery ready to play those 2 supporters you search out. Megalopolis and Jigglypuff was decent too in the Mewtwo Mew decks. They had the Jumping Balloon. So the more GXs they played, the more damage is 60 plus 60 for each GX in EX on your opponent's side. So this is some playing Mewtwo Mew and definitely some wilder decks, was for sure. Mimikyu, this is one with the shot. This is one I was talking about with the Rapid Strike. So it put a damage counter on it, so it stopped Mewtwo Mew from happening, so they couldn't even use it. That's why I did very popular. I did play in my Rapid Strike deck. I did play it with a few decks actually. Goes on like I was see some play in the very end as well with the Violent Appetite. And the Jump is for 180. Also the Chaotic Water, so we down 2 prizes, and you have 3 extra attacks. You take 2 prizes, take your last 2 prizes to win the game easy. When you take a knockout, so it's very easy to do. Another good tag, GX, Oracle, GX. This is some play in Basafron. This is some play in the new Rapid Strike Malamar. This is some play in August Day of Publication. So if they knock you out, you draw 3 cards. Get those. Look for those key cards you need to finish the game off, or hopefully they don't jet draw. And Fion was also good in this July. It had the Wibble Such, you could switch one of your opponent's active for bench and you put it to the bottom so you'll never deck out. And also a key to get a key knockout, or if you need to stall. Very good card right there. Stable in this July, for sure. Let's see what else we got here. Retro Zekrom was decent. We have Rayquaza VMAX from the Suburban Sky set, so it did 270 for the Fire Lightning. But it was capped at 270. You couldn't do any more damage for it. But with Rayquaza, you do as max damage because you do 20 for each, 80 for each energy in the squad with the max burst attack. Also, Crossbreak was really good too with fire to color lightning. And you play Amazon, you did 172 opponent's bench. Normally did 170 for one, but if you played the Amazon, you did 170 for two. This Voltorb was good in the Mewtwo build site in the Galaxy Psychic deck, so you can go second. You go Energy Assist, you can get 2 energy cost Scott Power, attempts your Mewtwo to start attacking, like with Trevor and Dusknoir and stuff like that. With also Night Watch and stuff like that. So we got going on here. So I was playing to see some play well with the Florges, the Go Control. Survival Objective is to play in Dark Box. Also, you can empty it, discard your hand, draw 5. So let's say you play like rolls. Any rolls like Alcremie they play or 2. Also, you can probably play Rayquaza if you had a chance, so you could discard your hand, draw 5 cards, and just keep a little bit all in the hand that way. So you'd have a dread draw, sure. So what else we got going on here? Steelix, this is played with the tournament 4, the 50 for each Pokemon with the 4, with 3 cards you discarded. Let's see, anything else. The Tangrowth, got Grass Knot. This is now Leafeon GX. I did play this before. I only did the 10 plus 30, but now Leafeon does 60 times. So this is like a better, but this was now Leafeon's better, so it's like a worse Leafeon. The Bears want to see that much play. This is still playing expanded for sure. Let's see what else we got here. This is good expanded. Ultra Cosma, still good expanded. Venusaur Snivy, one of my favorite tag teams as well. I got the big shiny. I did play one in my Roller Zega 12 by Rillaboom deck at the shiny vibe, so you can touch a grass energy, you switch away from the hype on the bench. Then Force Run is 160, and Assault Pad did 50 damage to the bench, so you can knock out. See how big key knock out the basic Pokemon. Let's see what else we got. But this Barbaro was really good in Flygon because it couldn't boss it up, they evolved it. So it ran all damage from supporter cards. Viable this season played with Mewtwo. Did 180 for 2 energy. So you can take one, like I was like the Dead or Crobat turn 1. Yeah, that's a pretty good card right there. Weezing with the Glory Bombs and the Coughing, but Roxy, good combination there. And then that's it for those parts. This card's right there. Then one more of the trainers. From Unifying Minds. Cosmic Club, I'm sorry. Come over here. So Bellabuzz was now banned and expanded out to rotate out. It was very popular in the mill decks because the mill 3 from each deck. The mill 3 side. So Chaotic Swell was another good stadium card. It replaced the stadium, so they couldn't. If they played the stadium, they had to replace it to get knocked out. So very good stadium. It was one of the very played supported stadiums in this deck as well. And this is all the tag team supporters coming too. Play was good at Augustdale. Look at the top side and find out items put into your hand. This is up. Cinder Caitlyn, good tag team support. Sky hand draw. Sky support card for 3, get your supporter back. So very good. Then this is any tag team deck as well. Even control this, see something with the 2. Great Catch was good in decks too. Augustdale probably definitely did play this. You could knock out the Dana GX to finish off the game. It's pretty cool. Guzmahala got your 2. You got your Stadium card, but if you discard 2 cards, you got a Stadium Special Energy and Stadium Special Energy and Tool. So you got your Capture Energy for your Roller items or Liberal. So you get your Grookey out turn 1 when you attached it. Challenge, I did see some play too. I did play this with Mizukata to start like Oracle GX. Also, the GX, they took 1 less price, so they already take 1 price card still. Instead of taking 2 normally. Getting 1 less HP, but they did do that, so. Last one was like the ordinary one now, it's over Pokemon 2. This is some players. So Lily Force did sit to play in Malamar. She draw 4 cards, but Malamar's stack says you can just shuffle it 40 times for each Pokemon card you shuffled in. And then you just leave it to 2. But you're going to shuffle your hand, then so you'll be down to 2 cards anyway. Lily Pokemon did see some play with also Lucario Mobilization. It was a free Pokemon you could knock out, but you could set up to use the star. Or if you need to set up your board better, they could take a prize card from it. And it could have 30 HP but it took a prize card. Malalana, very good supporter tag team, one of the best ones actually. I just want to active, but if you discard 2 cards, you heal 120, so they said you did too hard. Well, it was like, so Rillaboom, even though Karma Metal, definitely did play with this. They hit it, you heal off of 120, and then you keep attacking again. It was very tanky with that card too. Mr. Lord, this is some play with side of Simple, and it was all good with the with some Zekrom tag team. President Zekrom was good early on. Got your 3 basic Pokemon. Red and Blue, very good stadium tag team with the Dark Box. You can get 2 energy off, get a Weavile GX, even so valid. Attach 2 energy, then move those energy Weaver out, and then start attacking with that. Get multiple energies on the board. Roxy, Rosa, another good supporter card. If you got knocked out, you can search for Pokemon Trainer energy, put it to your hand. Good at the Situai. These are definitely some play. So any control deck also doesn't play. But now we have Rhyhorn, there's something somewhat similar, but it's even better because you can attach an energy from it. Attach energy from the skull part, and then you can search for any one card to put into your hand. So, White Hat's pretty good, but most of it's very popular. Roxy, good in Orbeetle, very good in Canada. You just got 2 Pokemon, you just got a Coffee or Weezing, put damage counters in the Canada, or even Orbeetle finish them off. Tag Call, got your tag team supporter Pokemon, got your August Nigga Palkia, got your Mewtwo. Very good popular deck. Those are fossils again. Let me see if there are any special energies over here. There was only special to draw. I didn't see that much play. Let me see if there are any promo cards. So there's a good promo Pokemon too. Let me just search the promos for Pokemon. Not Sun and Shield. We're gonna do Sun and Moon. Cause Sun and Moon, they have some cards that were in sets. So, like Charmander Dusknoir was in the set. Let me see what else we got here. Charizard went over. Espinaxis went over. Yeah. I remember what was still over there. Missy Charmander Dusknoir should be here. Because Charizard Dusknoir was only available as a promo. It wasn't available as a set 2. So yeah, this is all the similar promo cards. These I don't have to worry about. I already went over most of these anyway. It's just repeats. There's the Mew again. Mewtwo. It's just basically reprints of alternate cards. Let me just show that on. Maybe if I see. Let me go here for a second. Let me just search. I just gotta search out. I can see if I can find Charmander Dusknoir, because that was the last one we'll talk about. Because Charmander Dusknoir, it's not here. I don't see it. Was it a promo? Oh, there it is. It's right here. Very popular card. And Shadow, I did see some play with it too, because you could just attach it on the wood door, attach 3 energy to it. Also with Mewtwo. Did see some play in Psychic Mewtwo. The Night Watch is 150. So you go in morning, reset stand down to 2, and then they'll have no hand. They limit it. And Paramore was also good too. You just got Paramoure's not done, but if you have 3 energy, you can just take a. Just got all the energy they came. You just got energy, and they could take a knockout. So, and the way we treat they were able to knock that out. So, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all the cards that'll be rotated on. I hope you guys did like the video. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for videos like this, and hit that notification bell so you know next time I will upload a video. Stay tuned for more videos, man. Bye for now.